sorry about that, the best summer vacation ever. And it's speech number 2, organizing your speech. So I'm really interested in hearing what Dan has to say. He's always got a good story. And it looks like there's a guest here today that I missed. So, Dan, would you like to also introduce your guest?
Sure. My guest is my favorite daughter, Kailyn1. My only daughter. But still my favorite. And she's going to be joining me today in our speech.
Thank you. Welcome, Dan.
Fellow Toastmasters, and since I don't see any guests, I do see a new member. Welcome, new member. My name is Dan Edwards, and obviously a Toastmaster here. And this summer, the Edwards family took our annual trip to California. But this summer, we decided to take it a little deeper. Normally, we end up at Lake Tahoe, and we absolutely enjoy Lake Tahoe. It's a beautiful blue lake. But this year, it was time to go to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. You can imagine the anticipation of the family over the last 6 months has been really high. And I'm excited to say it was an absolute success. And today, our chief reporter, Kailyn Edwards, is going to report back to you some things that she liked about Disneyland. A few things that if you're like her, you may want to avoid. And some items that, she absolutely loved. So with that, we're going to have Kailyn start.
Well, I really liked the teacups because, it was like there was one teacup that was purple and it was
read
really
online that it was going to be the fastest.
Yeah, fastest teacup, and it's really fast if you steer it fast enough. So
When you got done with that teacup, how did it feel?
it felt like I was in a tornado.
What was another thing that you liked about our trip to Disneyland and California Adventure?
There was the Autopia, which
What kind of ride is Autopia?
Autopia is like you get in a car that's sort of on a track, but it's not attached to the track. So you just go ride and you drive, but one person steps on the gas pedal while the other drives.
Why is that? How come you didn't just step on the gas pedal?
Because you had to be a certain height to drive alone because of the gas pedal, because otherwise you would hurt your back really bad.
Were you pretty natural when you got on there driving? Pretty straight?
Not really, but the last time I did it, ow.
No, not a whole lot of bumps, yeah. So only 6 more years when you'll be driving. So why don't you tell the folks here some things that, if you're like you, they may want to avoid at Disneyland?
There's the Matterhorn, which it goes, at one part it goes sideways, and you can see. It's like in a big open part, so you can see a lot of Disneyland, and you can see Sleeping Beauty Castle, Tomorrowland.
Did you like the view there from it?
No.
Who else was on that ride? The big furry friend?
Oh yeah, the Yeti.
The Yeti that's growling at you. Okay.
And then there's Pixie Hollow, which is kind of a bust, because you just get in this huge long line, and then all you get is your picture with Tinkerbell. So.
What did you expect it?
I expected it to be more than just Tinkerbell. I expected it to be like, wow. Doing your hair and all that stuff, and making jewelry.
So some folks may want to avoid those 2 items.
Yeah.
Yes. And then tell them what you love the most about our trip.
Well, in Disneyland there was just a small world. It was just so colorful and fun and bright and yeah. And then there's the Green River Run, which gets you really, really wet. And I like one part there was a little geyser, or big geyser, that snuck up from under our raft and just popped right over us. So it went wow and splashed everything.
No, I don't think there was a dry person on that boat after that. So in conclusion,
I liked it a lot. It was really, really fun, and it was the best vacation ever.
You would actually give it what? Oh.
2 years up.
thank you.